Hey everyone, this is Yumi from House of Hoots, and we're on part 3 of Analogue, a hate story. We just showed Hyunei, we opened the file with the Kim's family tree, and she asked to talk to us, so let's talk to her. And she's saying that she's thankful for us to pay attention to her because she hasn't had anyone to talk to in a very long time. And that was like 600 years ago. At first she liked being alone. Yeah, she said that it feels awful being lonely, but you get used to it. And she went a few hundred years that she didn't even think anything. She was just idle. And she decides to use her clock sub-routine. She doesn't have a very good perception of time, and she's very happy that we're here. Okay, that's nice. Must be weird being 600 years alone. So she compiled this family tree and she filled in the women. So let's try to get another look here to try to see this. So here's the pale bride. Okay, I can't really understand this at this moment, so let's go to the other files. I think now we have the block 5, which shows us more about the pale bride. So let's see the first one. So basically, Jamsu was approached by the emperor, telling him that he wanted to have a daughter. He wished he had a daughter in age of marriage to give it to him so he could have a son. And he didn't have any daughter, and his only son didn't have a child. And it sounded like the perfect opportunity. And he's saying that there was this gigantic egg that was a sleeping child inside. She's known as the Pale Bride for the inscription on the egg, and she was entrusted in our family to be awakened during the time of great prosperity. Yet, as many men knows, prosperity sees, not waited on. And he thought that daughter would provide an emperor with a son, and that would have elevate the family above the other noble houses once and for all. So he promised the emperor he did have a daughter who would soon be on marriage age. And he smashed the egg. And he says that she's weird. And he adopted her as his own child. And someone is very judgmental here. Hyunei is saying that he's very boring, stiff, obnoxiously patriarchal. Okay. Yes, I want more from him. And she's saying that we shouldn't take him very seriously. Okay, let's see. This one is from the pale bride herself. So she was on cryostasis and she was sick. So her father told her that she would go into cryostasis because when she woke up, they would have medicine again. So they were without medicine for a time, and she woke up in a time that they didn't. And she's saying she doesn't really understand what happened because everyone is very uneducated and stupid. I don't think she's very happy in the future. She did keep an extensive diary. She'll try to find more entries for us. Okay, that's nice. We get to know her a little bit better. A lot better. Let's see this one about the emperor's wife. Or no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, she's the one that's married to the guy that became the High Magistrate. She says that the pale bride is trouble and she looks and acts like a boy. And she's saying that she acts like she's from less civilized time. She kept saying she was too sick to eat. And she asked a doctor to examine the pale bride, and she said that she's in perfect health. And then this woman asked why she thought otherwise. And then the pale bride said that she was very pale and thin, and she's very angry because she thought that was rude, that the pale bride was rubbing in her face how delicate and beautiful she is compared to her. And she thinks that she's being spiteful. Let's show that to Hyunei to see what she thinks. Let's see more of her. And let's show this again to her so we can get more from her mother to get the reply. Oh, she doesn't have that. Let's see why. Well, again, something very sexist. It was traditional for women's letter to be deleted after reading, so there would be more disk space. And women really weren't supposed to read or write. And they thought at the time that education got in the way of serving a woman's husband, which was the important virtue of a woman. So in practice, it was also a way to protect women themselves, because if she was literate, she could at least excuse it by destroying her words afterwards. It's less pretentious if at least the writing wasn't permanent. Okay? I think that that's stupid. Okay, so Young Sooks was a very virtuous woman, so she served her husband a lot, so she didn't have any of the letters, and she can't give us the response. It's okay. Let's go read the other documents that we have here. This is another entry from the pale bride. She's saying that she can't really leave the house. This woman that keeps bossing her around, I think it's the wife of the High Magistrate. And she's telling her, I don't understand this woman. I'm telling her, look, I'm sick. And the woman tells her that she's being rude and she's boasting about her beauty. And she's saying that she has a compromised immune system. And she's saying that even though that woman hates her, that's not why she can't go to the plaza. And her father said that she would have a chance to leave soon. Okay, so let's show that to Hyune. And she says that she'll let us keep reading. Let's read another entry then. This one is also from the Pale Bride, about the women's quarters. So she's saying that the computer console in her room doesn't have everything. And she doesn't have access to any of the stuff that she brought from Earth. So she doesn't have anything to entertain her with. And then she went into her sister-in-law's, but everything was empty as well. So she went into her father's study. And then she was looking there. There was nothing in Korean. Everything was written in Chinese. And she thinks that something bad happened in the past, making all the data getting deleted. And then her father walked in, and he was very worried and scared. Oh, so it wasn't her father, it was her brother. And he's complaining that his wife wasn't watching him. And she was lecturing her, why would you go into the men's quarter? Why would you go looking for books? Why do you have to be that way? Don't you understand you're a girl? She said that she didn't understand that she's a girl, but she didn't understand what she was talking about. Okay, let's see what Hyune has to say to us. Yeah, what happened between the Pale Bride and, you know, being gone to sleep, and now she doesn't know. She wishes she knew. Everything from the year 1 before was wiped, and they resetted all the clocks. She doesn't really know, so yeah, that will remain a mystery to us. Let's show this message to Hyune. Okay, so there's nothing here. And I'm gonna finish this video right now, and we'll continue on the part 4 when we continue to read stuff from the Pale Bride.